When I asked you to give feedback about what you would like to continue learning or learn more about within numeracy, one of the things that stood out was division. So today we are going to learn some division strategies. Now I'm super excited about this app. I'll show you. It is a whiteboard app, and I've got a pen for the iPad to use. So my writing, I'm still practicing, as I said. It's not easy to write with this pen. So my handwriting is not the best, unfortunately, on this, but I'll keep trying. So, division... that's not a good start. Division strategies is what we are learning today. So I'm going to go through 3 different strategies, and they get a little bit harder as we go on. So just focus on the strategy that works best for how you find division at the moment. How cool is that? It makes a little loop. So I'll start with equal groups, okay? So equal groups is the strategy we would use if we're dividing small numbers, okay? So let's focus on that one first of all. So let's say I had the problem 12 divided by 4, okay? What I can do is to divide 12 by 4, I can put it into equal groups. So if I'm dividing by 4, then I'm going to need 4 groups. So all you have to do is put a dot in each one and count up to 12, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now just check you've got the equal amount in each group, okay? Because if you're dividing, remember what dividing means is to share equally, okay? So we have 3 in this one, 3 in this one, 3 in this one, and 3 in this one. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Let me show you another one. Let's say we had, let's have 21 divided by 3, okay? So I will need to do, I'm dividing by 3, so I'll need 3 equal groups. Now you can do this with drawing. You could use counters or cubes or bits of pasta. So you would count out 21 bits of pasta and put them into 3 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So be careful to make sure that you are dotting each one. So take your time, because if you miss a dot, then you're going to get the wrong answer and a bit confused. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I just did another one by accident. 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that one. So there should be 7 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 in each group, which means 21 divided by 3 is 7. Now to help you understand this, try and use a context, okay? So for example, it might be 21 cookies shared by 3 people. The circles represent each person's plate and the dots represent the cookies. So I'm going to do one more, but I would like it if you did it along with me. So let's this time do 18 divided by 6, okay? So pause this video now and see if you can use the equal group strategy to work out the answer. So let's see what you got. So let's say it was 18 chocolate buttons shared with 6 people. So let's put out our plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is that one not got a circle? Try that again. So there's our 6 plates, and we're going to share 18 chocolate buttons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we can see on each plate there is 3. There's 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So 18 divided by 6 equals 3. So that strategy is equal groups. Now, the next strategy I would use if you are confident with your times tables, okay? You need to know your times tables to be able to use this strategy. So to remind us, I'm going to call this strategy inverse using tables, okay? So we'll do a little recap on what inverse is. So remember, inverse is the opposite, okay? So we know that the inverse of addition is subtraction, and the inverse of multiplication is division. The inverse of subtraction is addition, and the inverse of division is multiplication, okay? So the one that obviously we're focusing on is the relationship between dividing and multiplying, okay? So let's just sort of really simple to recap this concept. If I was to do 2 times 3, I would get 6. If I was to do this in an example, let's say we had 2 buses and there was 3 people on each one. Okay, so the total amount together is 6, yeah? So if we were to add these together, it would be 6 people. And if we were to do 3 times 2, it would also get us 6. And let's see that in the drawing. So if we had 3 buses, excuse my drawing, I'm not very good at this. If we had 3 buses and 2 people on each bus, all together we're going to have the same amount, aren't we? So what happens if we do 6 divided by 3? How can we use our times tables to solve the answer to that question? Well, if 2 times 3 equals 6, and 3 times 2 also obviously equals 6, then 6 divided by 3 is going to be 2. Now the reason that is because it's the opposite of multiplying. When we multiply, things get bigger. When we divide, things get smaller. So let's use our bus example again. If we have 6 people, okay, these are people, believe it or not, they're little stick men. So we have 6 people and we want to split them across 2 buses. So I'm doing the opposite problem. I'll have one person go here, one person go here, one person's going in here, one person's going here, one person's going here, one person's going here. So we end up with 3 people on each bus. Sorry, I'm going to change that question to 6 divided by 2 equals 3, sorry. And then I'll show you the next one. So 6 people divided by 2 equals 3. And we know that from our times tables, okay? Because 2 times 3 equals 6. So 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And then, therefore, let's do 6 divided by 3. We know that's going to equal 2. So again, if I instead, let's not draw the stick men again, but if I had 3 buses this time, one person's going here, one person's going here, one person's going here, one person's going there, one person's going there. Again, this time we got 2 people in each bus. So that's how we know 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Okay, so that was a little recap on inverse. Now let's just put that into practice. I'm going to put some questions here for you to work out. So if, let's say, 3 times 4 equals 12, I want you to figure out, therefore, what's 4 times 3? What's 12 divided by 3? And what is 12 divided by 4? So use your inverse to work those out. So pause that video just now and let's see if you can get the right answers. So if 3 times 4 is 12, then that means 4 times 3 is also going to be 12. We can use that times tables knowledge to do 12 divided by 3, because if 3 times 4, 3 lots of 4 are 12, then 12 shared by 3 is going to be 4, and 12 shared by 4 is going to be 3. Now, another strategy is drawing these pictures. That can really help you visualise what's happening, and it's really important you do that before you start to understand the numbers. If you don't understand what's happening with the numbers first, please continue to do drawings to help you, or to use concrete materials. Once you feel you've totally got that, you'll be able to just do the writing part without having to visualise it. Okay? So you can also use a multiplication square to help you with that. By just having a look at what the answer to the times table is. So if you don't know your times tables well enough, you can use a multiplication square to find the answer, okay? So for example, let's just write the top of the multiplication square. So I'll just start with times 2 and then times 3. Okay, I'm just going to do it up to 5 because otherwise I'll be here all day. So 2 times 2 is 4, then times 3 is, have I missed something? Sorry, times 3, I was thinking I was doing 4 times 2, times 3 is 6, then 8, then 10, okay? Then 3 times 2 is 6, times 3 is 9, times 4 is 12, times 5 is 15, okay? So if I wanted to say, okay, let's say if I needed to know the answer to 15 divided by 3, well, what I would do, first of all, is find the 3 times table. So here it is there. And then look at where 15 is. Here it is here. So what did I need to multiply 3 by to get to 15? I needed to multiply it by 5. Okay? So that means that 15 divided by 3 equals 5. The reason that is because 3 times 5 equals 15. This is our inverse pattern again. 5 times 3 equals 15. You don't have to write all this out, I'm just demonstrating. And then that means 15 divided by 3 equals 5. And that will mean 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So that would be how you would use your multiplication square. I'll just repeat that. So you find that what we're dividing by, you look at that times table, then you find the amount that we're dividing by, on the multiplication square and look at how much you had to multiply that by to get your answer. Okay? So that is a strategy you can use if you're confident with using multiplication squares and if you're confident with your times tables. If not, and you're like, Miss Taylor, I don't quite get what you're talking about there, watch it back, see if you can understand it again, because sometimes it's just a case of going over things several times. But if you're still unsure, then use the equal group strategy, okay? And I'm going to move on to the third one. So if you've watched these two strategies and you think, Miss Taylor, that is way too easy for me, I need more of a challenge. Well, here we go. You are going to work on what's called the short division method. Now, some people call it the bus stop method. Okay, so I'm just going to write that here. I don't know why, really. I think it's because the way you write it apparently looks like a bus stop, but I don't think so. So, the bus stop method. So, we use this method for dividing bigger numbers. So, numbers out with the times table. So, the way it works is you draw this here. Okay, so it's a little line and then a higher up line. And let's say I had the number 255. Just going to zoom in here. 255, and I want to divide that by 5. Well, I can't use my times tables for that whole number because that would just take forever going through the times tables. I also think if I was to draw it out into equal groups, it would take forever. There'd be a lot of dots. So we use what's called the bus stop method. Now, the way it works is, you remember your place value. You've got hundreds, tens and ones. So in the number 255, we have 2 hundreds, 5 tens and 5 ones. And in the bus stop method, you are taking each place value and dividing it one at a time. Okay? So, the reason it's called the short division method is because although that each number says, for example, 2 is 200, we are going to just see it as a 2 for now, and I'll explain why in a moment, okay? So let's say this is 2 and we're wanting to divide 2 by 5. Can we do that? If you had 2 cookies, could you share it with 5 people? Not very equally, no. So we put a 0 there because we can't do it, and we carry over our 2. Now we've got the number 25. Can we divide 25 by 5? Yes, we can. So we know that there are 5 25s in, there's 5 5s in 25. Can we divide 5 by 5? Yes, we can. There is 1 5 in 5. So the answer is 51. Now I'm going to show what's actually happening here. Almost imagine this as a magnifying glass into what's actually happening. First of all, the first step you're doing, and you can write this out this way if you prefer, is 200 divided by 5. That's the first thing you are doing there. Now, we know that 20 divided by 5 is 4, so 200 divided by 5 is 40. So that's the first thing you've done. Then we're dividing 50 by 5, which equals 10. And then we're dividing 5 by 5, which equals 1. And if we add those all up, we get 51. Okay, so essentially that's what we're doing. We're just doing it in a shortcut way with carrying over. Okay, so let me show you one more. Let's say I had the number 3. Oh, that's a funny 3. 300. Why is that gone thick? I'm sure I'm entertaining you greatly with me learning how to use this. So let's say we had the number 321. Okay, so we're going to divide it by 3. Can we divide 3 by 3? Yes. If you had 3 ice creams and you wanted to share them with 3 people, they would get 1 each. Can we divide 2 by 3? No, we cannot. So that's going to have to be a 0. Can we divide, then we need to carry over our 2 because we haven't divided that yet. Can we divide 21 by 3? Yes, we can. The answer is 7. So if I was to write that out the long way, what we've done there is 300 divided by 3 equals 100. And then I have done 21 divided by 3, which equals 7. And we add those together, we get 107. So I'm going to write another one down for you to practice at home. So let's have 655. Okay, and we're going to divide that by 5. Okay, see if you can work this one out at home. So pause this video now. So, can we divide 6 by 5? Yes, we can. The question you're really asking yourself, how many 5s could I fit into 6? Well, you would get 1 5 and you'd have 1 left over, okay? Because 6 is obviously 1 more than 5. The next one up in the times table would be 10. So we have 6 divided by 5 is 1 and then remainder 1, so we carry that over. Then 15 divided by 5 is 3, and then 5 divided by 5 is 1. So again, if we were to do that as a long way, you could do 600 divided by 5, and then you'll do, I'll just write out the steps first of all, 50 divided by 5, and then we'll do 5 divided by 5. So if you didn't get it this way, if you didn't get it this way, then why not try out doing it this way? So pause this video now and see if you can get it by doing it the longer written way. Okay, so 600 divided by 5. Well, the way we can work that out, we know that 60 divided by 5 is 12, but it's 100 times more of that, so we add a 0 at the end, it gives us 120. 50 divided by 5 is, why is it doing that? Is 10, and then 5 divided by 5 is 1, so the answer would be 131. Now, as I said, some of you might be thinking, oh, that is far too much, Miss Taylor, and that's okay. Don't you worry about that, because we'll do more work on this when we get back to school and in primary 5, okay? This is the higher level division stuff, so if you don't get this at this point, that is nothing to worry about, okay? Nothing at all. So as I said, let's just recap on the methods we've gone over. If you find division tricky, please use the equal groups one, where you draw out your circles and share the number by the amount that you're dividing by, okay? And as I said, you can use concrete materials to do that, such as bits of pasta, cubes, Lego pieces, whatever you've got in the house, okay? Because essentially you are sharing an amount by a certain, another certain amount. If that's too easy for you and you know your times tables really well, then use inverse and your times table knowledge, okay? And if you're kind of in between that stage, then draw the people, okay? And again, you've got your multiplication square that you can use there. If you know all your times tables and you are ready to divide bigger numbers, then try the bus stop method and you have the option of doing the expanded version as well. So that was your division strategies lesson. Let me know if that was helpful, if there's anything else I can go into more detail about, and I have uploaded some problems for you to solve, some division questions, and I've just put them into Chili challenges as usual. Thank you.